Yo, what's up? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. I do have a couple of things to go over. First of all, I have new thumbnails. I will be permanently from now on making my own thumbnails before each podcast episode. So each podcast episode will have its own unique thumbnail. And they'll get better after tomorrow. Especially hopefully after tomorrow. So yeah, I will hopefully be able to get better and better thumbnails. So yeah, today was just kind of like a base one. Tomorrow it should be much better. Okay. So hold up. Okay, so what they're gonna do. Okay, so I got a couple more things to talk about. Okay. So Seth Jarvis got re-signed to the Hurricanes. 8 years, $63.2 million contract. I think it was a good contract. They locked him up for 8 years. On pretty decent contract. So yeah, he signed. I do have some sad news to talk about. Has been spreading on the hockey world for the past like 3 days or so. 3 days, yeah. Because it happened Thursday night. Johnny Gaudreau and Matthew Gaudreau were riding in New Jersey the day before their sister's wedding. Riding their bikes in New Jersey because that was the place of their sister's wedding. And they were just driving through and they get hit by a drunk driver named Sean Higgins. And they tragically passed away. Johnny Hockey and Matthew Gaudreau, Johnny Gaudreau, Matthew Gaudreau, Johnny Gaudreau, also known as Johnny Hockey, they both had passed away. Thursday night, there was rumors circulating Thursday night. Everybody was hoping that it wasn't real. And then Friday morning, we got confirmation that he and his brother, Matthew Gaudreau, has passed away in New Jersey the day before their sister's wedding. He got hit by a drunk driver because he decided to go behind the wheel after he was drinking. Not a very smart decision. Killed two people that died way too young with a whole life ahead of them, and it's just really sad. Johnny Hockey is one of my favorite players. And then Matthew had his own hockey career lined up for him, and he could have totally made it to the NHL. And they're both very good humans. And Matthew Gaudreau also had a child coming later this year, and that makes it even worse. They were both such great people, and it's just so sad to see them die just because I was getting ready to go to school on Friday morning. I got informed of this, and it was very sad. So, rest in peace, Johnny Gaudreau, Matthew Gaudreau. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing really else to talk about. Yeah, it's just very sad. I was heartbroken when I heard it. Johnny Gaudreau is one of my favorite players. He always has been. In Calgary, Game 7, 2022. I remember staying up really late, really late to watch him score that Game 7 goal, and I was so excited when he scored that goal, and I remember that as one of those memorable goals for me, and he was just one of my favorite players. He played for the Dubuque Fighting Saints, he used to, and that's my favorite USHL team, because but it sucks. Matthew had a great life ahead of him, a great hockey career ahead of him. They're both great guys too. It just really sucks. It's because the drunk driver, man. But I mean, yeah, that's wanted to let you guys know that, and I'm also sorry for missing the past 3 days. I haven't been sick, but I just haven't been feeling like doing the podcast. I don't know why. I just haven't been feeling it the past couple of days, but no, I feel like doing it now. So yeah, we're doing it now. This before we jump into this best players at each age thing. Hold on, let me close this tab. this was made October 5th, 2023, so, like, before last season even started. So, yeah, these players are probably about a year older now. So this is definitely outdated. But it's fine. It's the best one that I could find, really, so we're just going to go with it. I'm going to talk about each of these players, so. Let's jump straight into... Okay, before I jump into this, I want to see what I'm going to do tomorrow, because I don't know. Oh. Well, I'm going to say the ceiling and the floor of each NHL team. So the ceiling is like the best they can possibly do, and the floor is the worst they can possibly do. So that'll be fun. Okay, so let's do this. 18 Connor Bedard, he is now 19, but it's fine. He's probably still the best player. So he had like 61 points in 68 games, I think. While getting injured, he still almost had a point per game. He was playing with the Philip Kurashev. So yeah, I mean now he's gonna play Tuva Teravainen and Tyler Patuzzi, so I think he's gonna get around a little over a point per game. I think this next season personally. So yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. I think he's going to get around 80 to 90 points next season. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people because he got a little under a point per game while playing with Philip Kurashev, and he's nowhere near as good as Patuzzi or Teravainen, let alone both of them. And he's going to develop over the offseason too and get better individual and get to much, much better wingers to play with. And his defense should improve to the defensive pairings that he plays with. And the whole power play is going to improve as well. So, I mean, yeah, there's no reason why he shouldn't get around 80, 90 points next season. 19 Logan Cooley, yeah, I think that's pretty fair for around this time. He was nasty. I don't remember how much points he got. I'm not very sure, but he's a very skilled guy. He can get you probably around 60, 70 points next season. I think he fits great in the top 6. I think the hockey club are going to make the playoffs. I think Logan Cooley's going to be a huge part of that. I just think that he's such a good, great skilled guy. He is very, very skilled. So yeah. He's 70 points next season for Logan Cooley coming up. 20-year-old by Matty Beniers. He just got signed to like what?
S.4.
Whoa, what just happened? Wait. Stop.
Current Coyote. 3-1 Coyotes dancing Cooley.
Okay. Let me mute my computer. Okay. So, Beniers, yeah, he just got signed to like a 7 years, $8 million, something like that, around that range. He's got a pretty big payday. He's going to stay around Seattle for quite a while, and I'm excited to see what he does. Next season, I'm seeing around 60, 70 points, playing great defensively. I think he's going to have a bounce back year, probably around 70 points. For Beniers, next season, playing great defensively. That's the type of player he is. So, yeah. 21-year-old Tim Stützle, yeah, I think next year he's going to get around 80 to 90 points and really elevate himself to overall become the number 1 in Ottawa. And so, yeah. And become the number 1 in Ottawa next season. About 80 to 90 points. Jack Hughes, I think he's going to get around 90 to 100 points next season. 90 to 100 points next season. I think he's going to be so good next season for Devils. I think he's going to be one of the main reasons why they make a deep playoff run next season and top President's Trophy contenders. Oops. 23 Rasmus Dahlin. Yep. I think he's going to get around 70 to 80 points as a defenseman next season. And I think that's how good he's going to be. Really. Oh, yeah. And I got to mention, too, USHL preseason starts Thursday. So Wednesday, so in 2 days from now, I'll be making my predictions for Thursday's games. It's tougher to predict the preseason but in the USHL, most of the players in the preseason roster are going to play in the regular season, so it should be fine. And I don't really know much about these teams because, it's a new season, so I don't know if they're going to be good or bad, really, for the USHL. But I still will be making those predictions and get them out there. And then they will be up and running for the preseason. And after, like, a couple weeks of preseason, like 2 weeks, I think, of preseason, it'll be regular season. So I'm excited for that to start back up. And then not too long after that, it will be preseason for NHL. And then not too long after that, like a few weeks after that, is regular season NHL. So within the next month or two, we'll be getting USHL and NHL back. And my podcast will pick up. Okay. So, yeah, I agree with this. Cam McCall's best defenseman in the league. If he stays fully healthy, he can get like 80 to 90 points as a defenseman. But he usually gets around 70, 80 points because he usually gets like a 5 to 10 game injury. So he usually gets around 70, 80 points. But he can totally get 80, 90 points if he stays fully healthy. So, yeah. Matthew Chuck, yeah, he's so clutch. He gets usually like around 80 to 90 points a regular season while playing so clutch and good in the playoffs. I absolutely agree with this for sure. 26 Conor McDavid, he's the best player in the world. He gets anywhere from 90 to 120 points. I would say around 100 to 120 points a season. Best player in the world, so freaking good. I 100% agree, yeah. 27 Leon Draisaitl, yes, also for the Edmonton Oilers. I think he's the top 5 player in the league. He gets around 90 to 110 points a season. Consistently, plays great defense. It is so huge and monumental. This Oilers. If he was in the Oilers team, I don't know if they would not be Stanley Cup contenders. I stand on that. Okay, 28. Yeah, Nathan McKinnon. I think he's the best player, or second best player in the world, at the very least top 3. I think he's the second best though. He gets like 90. I would say he gets around 90 to 115 points every regular season, and he's so incredibly clutch in the playoffs. He's just as good in the postseason. Really puts him up a couple spots on my best player list. For sure, he's so good and dynamic for sure. I don't know what the max age is here. I don't know like what the highest age on this article is, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. 29, Andre Vasilevsky, honorable mention, Devontae Hampus Lindholm. Yeah, I think he's the best out of them. He's won 2 cups, a Vezina Trophy, a Conn Smythe. He has been so good. One of the best goalies of the past decade, for sure. Andre Vasilevsky has been so consistent. He's been one of the best goaltenders of the past decade. Truly special to watch. Just good of a goaltender. So, yeah. Nikita Kucherov. Let's see. Honorable mentions. Omok and Hellebuck. Yeah, I agree. Hellebuck is good, too. And Omok is, too. But, yeah, Kucherov gets, like, 90 to 110-ish points usually in a regular season. But this season, he, like, skyrocketed. I would say, like, 100 to 120 points, probably. He would like to get slightly better defensively. But outside of that, I mean, yeah, he's very, very good and skilled. Oops. Artemi Panarin, Zach Hyman and Jeff Skinner, both of the Oilers, honorable mentions. I agree. He gets like 90 to 110 points in a regular season. He got like 120 points last season. That's not incredibly realistic. But I will say that he could get around like 10 points plus in that next season. I wouldn't be that surprised. So yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, you already know number 32 is literally in my thumbnail. What else is in my thumbnail? I don't remember, actually. I made it and I forgot it already. One of them was Hedman for sure, though. Honorable mentions. Chris Kreider and Jonathan Mosher. So, yeah. Yeah. Hedman still gets like 70 to 80 points a season. He's very, very bad defensively the past 2 seasons, but he is still a 70 to 80 point offensive beast. So, yeah, I think that's pretty fair. And he's always very good in the playoffs. So, yeah, I would say. I agree. I think Ben was the other guy in my thumbnail, too. I'm going to get better thumbnails tomorrow, hopefully. It's either going to be tomorrow or Wednesday, hopefully. I get better thumbnails, hopefully. Roman Josi over Carlson Stamkos, absolutely. He still gets 70 to 80 points a point. Very good defensively. every season. He's the top 5 defenseman in the league, in my opinion. As I posted on X a few days ago. That you could still find on there, probably. I mean, not probably, you could. So, yeah. I 100% agree. Ben. Jamie Ben. Over Logan Couture and Mikael Backlund? That's tough. I don't know. Probably. But I could also see Logan Couture being slightly better. But he gets like 60, 70 points a season. Playing pretty good defensively. His contract, $9.5 million. Yeah, as it says, he's one of the worst contracts in the entire NHL. You can make your argument for being the worst. He gets like 60, 70 points of playing good, okay defensively. I would say good defensively. Nowhere near worth $10 million. Ben Marchand over Claude Giroux and Sergei Bobrovsky. That's interesting. I would have Bobrovsky over him personally. But Marchand, yeah, I would. Marchand gets like 60, 70. I would say around 68 to 79 points-ish probably range. Maybe 80 points a season. He played very, very good. He's still good defensively. He's still pretty physical. But I would still have Bobrovsky over him. I think he's the top 3 goalie in the league. I think he's the second best goalie in the league, really. But that's fine. Sidney Crosby, yeah. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Kopitar and Letang, yes. Crosby still gets like 90 to 100. I would say around 80 to 90 points a season. 80 to 90 points a season while playing. Great defensively, great playmaker. The heartbeat of that Pittsburgh Penguins team, and he has been for the past like 2 decades almost. So yeah. Malkin, yes, over Blake Wheeler and Jonathan Quick, 1,000,000%. He still gets like 70 to 80 points a season while playing good defensively. If Sidney Crosby is the heartbeat of getting Malkin's like the lungs, like basically the lungs, basically, of the Penguins. So I mean, yeah, it's the heart and the lungs right there. And Crystal Tank's a brain, something like that. I don't know. Like the 3 huge pieces of the Penguins for sure, though. So, yeah. He still gets like 70, 80 points playing good defensively, and he's, as I say, the lungs of the Penguins. So, I mean, yeah. Ovechkin, I agree. He still gets like 60 to 70 points a season. Gets like 20, 30 goals, probably around that range, I would say. So yeah, I absolutely agree. Who was even his competition? Brent Burns and Marc-Andre Fleury. Ooh, Brent Burns maybe, but yeah, I'll still take Ovi. Pavelski, yeah. I mean, he's retired now. But what counted is because this was old. So yeah, he when he was in the league, he still got like 50, 60 points probably in the tail end of like last season-ish. He's still good, but yeah, I mean, it's not really literally non-competition. So I mean, yeah. Mark Giordano. He's literally no competition. He says no one. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, literally no competition. So, So I mean, yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's podcast episode. Yeah, peace. Maybe. Peace. The heck is going on? What is going on, y'all? Now my mouse isn't plugging in. There we go. Hopefully peace.